The U.S. ambassador to Germany has criticized Angela Merkel's government for refusing to join a naval mission in the Gulf. The U.S. has asked its allies to help protect vessels as they pass through the Strait of Hormuz, a proposal the British government has agreed to. But Germany's foreign ministry has rejected their request, saying that priority should be given to diplomatic efforts and to de-escalating the situation. Richard Grenell, the U.S. ambassador, said Germany's economic strength brings with it responsibility to act. Here's how Germany's foreign minister, Heiko Maas, justified his position.
The German government will not participate in the sea mission proposed and planned by the United States. We are in close agreement with our French partners in this regard. We think the strategy of maximum pressure is wrong. We do not want a military escalation. We will continue to work with diplomacy.
Germany's foreign minister Heiko Maas there rejecting a U.S. proposal for a joint maritime security mission near Iran. Meanwhile, Germany's new defense minister Annegret Kramp-Karrenbauer has struck a different note, saying no final decision has been made.
We are considering this request in close consultation with the United Kingdom and France. And we are doing this with particular consideration of our political and diplomatic goals. And from this overall assessment, a decision will be made.
Well, for more now, I'm joined by DW Security and International Correspondent Christian Trippe. Christian, we've got some, sounds like differing views there. We've got the foreign minister saying, no, we're not going to help the U.S. in the Gulf. The defense minister saying, maybe. Which is it?
It's a bit confusing, and first of all, it's a spotlight on how the German coalition government works these days. The German foreign minister, Mr. Maas, is a social democrat, and his party, the SPD in general, is very reluctant when it comes to sending the German forces abroad. Military missions like that, envisaged now and pushed forward by the US, out-of-area missions are highly unpopular in Germany. And now we have to step back a moment and take a look at German interior politics. The SPD is not doing very well in the polls. The party is ailing. So this has to be taken into account to understand why the SPD is pushing forward here. The Ministry of Defense is led by a high-profile conservative politician, the newly elected chairwoman, Ms. Kramp-Karrenbauer, and they say, no, we are still assessing all options. Now you could ask, where is Chancellor Merkel? She's on her annual leave. She's not in Berlin, but observers here take it for granted that Mrs. Merkel is backing the stance of her coalition partner, and that means no German participation in such a U.S. mission.
So Kramp-Karrenbauer, who many think might succeed Merkel as the CDU's, as the Conservatives' candidate in the next election, she is trying to leave all her options open. Anyway, still some confusion there. Now, last week, before Boris Johnson took over as Prime Minister in the UK proposed a European naval mission to the Gulf to help protect shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. Would Germany be more amenable to a European mission?
I personally think so. In such a mission under a European flag, Germany would probably find its role. There have been similar European missions in the past, some of them quite successful, and German vessels were in that flotillas. For example, there was one mission off the coasts of Eastern Africa, an anti-piracy mission. But if you look at the German Navy these days, there are so many vessels under repair and undergoing an overhauling process. So there are doubts if Germany would or even could send ships into such a European mission. So there is some speculation here in Berlin that Germany might take over the reconnaissance flights given such a European mission will be mandated by the Bundestag.
The U.S. is really upping the pressure on Germany to participate in a naval mission there in the Gulf. The U.S. ambassador to Germany, Richard Grenell, coming out very strongly in an editorial saying Germany needs to take on more international responsibility. But Germany's foreign minister says that diplomacy is a priority for this country, and he doesn't want to jeopardize that. How is this diplomatic track working out?
Well, it's not only Germany. It's Germany together with France and the UK, and these three European powers want to keep, at any price, the nuclear deal with Iran. The German government sees it as a huge political mistake that US President Trump has unilaterally pulled off that nuclear agreement. So if the US now asks Germany to join a naval mission, there are doubts, there are questions raised here in Germany to what end such a mission will be accomplished, if Germany perhaps might sleepwalking into a war with Iran. The German answer is de-escalation and try to negotiate, try to keep the nuclear deal.